exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The Rams ball carrier.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, the rookie out of Florida State, and while he had some experience in that while in college, remember the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Curtis Samuel.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'd be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Talk about a young man who's been living up to the hype. Nick Bosa, 9 sacks in the regular season in 2019, but really turned his game up for the postseason. Had 4 in their run to the Super Bowl with the 49ers. This guy plays with such passion, such strength, and a huge football IQ. Seems to understand where players are going to go even before the ball is snapped.
Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. What I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
I'm shaking my head and chuckling a little bit now, although it's not funny for anyone trying to block Aaron Donald. But you know, all week long, they say to themselves, don't give up any sacks. And they just gave up one there. They double team him. They triple team him. They try and isolate and make sure that Aaron Donald can't get to their quarterback. And he always seems to find a way. He's not just a physical presence. He plays the game with a great football IQ.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. That's taken in by Henderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Rams.
Goff on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 9.
Check 59. Come on, dude. Mike, check 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
On first down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's gone. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
31, Raheem Mostert.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 24, Garoppolo.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 49-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Goff. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
6-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown.
Complete to
Cooper Kupp with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage.
They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Goff. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. That is incomplete.
Goff's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Number 31, Raheem.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Makes the score Rams 24, 49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
San Francisco.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the Rams first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Los Angeles.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's gone. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Austin. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I